right? You've got to be over 70 to be able to remember that for a start. So I'm coming close. I am. 23 after 10 o'clock. It is 22 degrees, one more degree, and the weatherman wins this morning. I'm saying 26 degrees, but believe me, I think it's going to get hotter, about 30 degrees easily this morning. It is Monday, March 11th. You're right here at Galaxy, and I've got to just do this, and as soon as I can get the thing working right, here we go. Yeah, very, very happy to have everybody on board this morning. Got to welcome everybody along. And if you haven't watched any of our shows in the past, well, I tell you what, why not have a go at this? Why not sub, thumb, bell? Bingo. Bell notifications when important people, much like today's feature guest coming out of Florida. Of course, we're talking about Tom from the band Sound Theory. Now, believe me, I've been looking forward to meeting up with Tom for a little while. I'll give you all the details very, very shortly. Sub, why not subscribe? Become part of the family. We call it the noise here at Galaxy, simply because we hear you. We get your emails, we get your phone calls, your texts, everything, all multimedias. Believe me, we hear you, and that's pretty much how we structure our shows here at Galaxy. It really is. It's all about you. And, well, we're very, very proud to say that we feel we have the best indie artists in the world. Believe me, Sound Theory coming up. But first of all, let me do this.
107fm.
So, we have Don't Let It Hit You in from behind playing right now, so that gives us a couple of minutes to get to know each other.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry about that, but that's just part of what we have to do. At the same time, I've got to let you know, Chris Andreas is watching. Love your new track, Chris, I really, really do. Nick Plews, of course, coming out of Leicester in the UK, nice to have you. And thank you for tuning in this morning too. Dawn Ricks, love your new track as well. Painkiller, absolutely fantastic. Michael Zdanowitz, get a haircut. Nick Plews says, good morning, Barbara and Grant, Sound Theory, and everybody everywhere from Leicester in the UK. Absolutely good morning, my friend. Well, good evening over there. You were just having dinner, weren't you? Tom, absolutely a pleasure to have you on board, my friend.
Hey, Alice.
Thank you.
Oh, Alice Walker's in there as well. Nice to have Alice. He's coming out, of course,
Ohio.
Ohio. Now, Tom, want to give a shout out not only to yourself, but to the rest of the band as well. You know, Chris, Jeff, and believe me, Tom, I'm loving the bass in this. I'm an engineer, if you know what I mean. So I try and, well, I break stuff down to figure it out. You know what I mean? How you guys have structured it, how your engineers put it all together. It's just a habitual thing, I think, for all of us engineers. And I'm a big fan of your work. I really, really am. So.
That means a lot. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. Now, I'm just going to turn you up a little bit. Not enough is joining us as well. I've got to warn you, Tom, I've got a voice in my head. She sits over there, she talks to me through my headphones and gives me stats, bits of information, all that sort of stuff. If you see me making a funny body gesture this way, it's because she's talking to me as I'm talking to you. She's also my wife, so I've got to be nice.
There you go. You better be.
Anyway, let's do this. That's right. Well, you know, if you turn the mic on, it works better. Apparently, this morning I'm joined by Tom Cook from the band Sound Theory. And Tom, welcome to Galaxy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Absolutely a pleasure to meet you, sir. It really, really is. And I got to be honest, I'm a big band kind of feeling guy, if you know what I mean. I've toured with some of the biggest bands in the world, and this takes me right back to those days. This is a great band. How long have you guys been together?
We're actually in our 9th year right now. We just started our 9th year.
You know, it absolutely smacks of intelligence. The whole band really, really does. When I'm listening to the music, and as I said to you, I'm an engineer, I try and figure out how you put it all together. This is just a work of art. It really, really is. Don't let it hit you from behind. You better give me the skinny. How'd you come to this?
Well, our guitar player, Jeff, we have been recording several originals back in early 2020, and we had them out there, and they really just weren't doing a lot. So when we signed on with Michael at Galaxy Class Entertainment, Galaxy Class Records, there was a singer here in Orlando, Hunter Haley, who's actually singing on that song and the others you're going to play. He had filled in with us back in 2019 as our singer for the year, but he also plays with another one of the top bands in Orlando, just one of the top vocalists in Orlando, and always reminded me of Paul Rogers, but free. I mean, he's just got that voice, that aura about him, just a simple rocker. Nothing technical about him, no iPads, no phones on stage, just gets up there and belts it out, no warm-up needed. And I said, Michael, I want to try Hunter out on some of our originals just to see what will happen. And sure, he was all for it. So our guitar player, Jeff, he does a lot of our writing along with the keyboard player, Chris. But Jeff wrote, this is the very first original he wrote for Hunter to sing. And we recorded this early last year, 2023. And we were just blown away about how well Hunter did on here. I mean, he's just natural. He gets in about 2 takes, in the studio, which, by the way, we record with Dave Michael in his studio. We record all of our originals at Studio Live USA with Dave, but Hunter just blew us away in the studio, and here we are.
Well, believe me, I've seen the studio, on the Devicey thing, if you know what I mean, because I was talking to Dave Michaels the other day. Absolutely stunning toys he's got, and I did warn him that if I ever come that way, I'm playing. I want to have a tiki tour around the studio and get my fingers in there and just have a play. It's, again, a habitual thing for us engineers. We just can't keep away from the toys. Yeah, know what I mean. So believe me, anything can happen in a studio, really can. And I've worked with some of the best studios, not only here in New Zealand, but around the world, literally. So I like his work, and I like what he does with his stuff. Chris Stamper, keyboards, absolutely brilliant on keyboards. Jeff Coda on guitar, and of course yourself, Tom Cook. How long have you been playing the bass?
Well, I started playing music when I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan in 1964. I know you've heard that from a lot of musicians, but it's true. And I started out a rhythm guitar, and then I switched to keyboards back in the early 70s. I was on the road for 7.5 years with a band out of Rochester, New York called Sugar. We opened for a lot of national acts and toured the East Coast for 7.5 years, 52 weeks a year. And right before Sugar broke up, we went about the last year and a half, our bass player left, so I had to switch back over to bass. I had to learn it, pick it back up real quick. But being a musician, it's kind of like riding a bicycle. So I picked the bass back up, and then when I came off the road, I dropped out of music for about 25 years, believe it or not. Had to get a real job, cut my hair, the story. And then back in 2007, I picked it up again. Some guys in Atlanta wanted to jam, so I picked up the bass and, started learning it, and I played in the band up there for a couple of years. And then 2013, got back down, started playing music in Orlando again. And I've been doing it ever since. It's just, I'm not a fancy bass player. My job is to make the bottom end solid, lock in with the drummer. Let the other guys show out and do their thing. Somebody's got to hold it together, and that's the rhythm section. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Believe me, I fully understand that. I do. Having said that, there is another bass player listening right now. We're actually watching this. Nick Plu's coming out of Leicester in the UK. Again, a very, very close friend of ours. Also our foreign correspondent over in the UK. So he gives us all the skinny and what's happening with the Royals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So apparently the King's got a pain in the ass right now, but never mind, that happens. Sorry. Having said that, I'm only human, right? Yeah, it's a human condition, really it is, which I think is a damn good segue into, well, Tom, you better tell us about Human Condition. How'd you come to the lyrics of this?
Which one now?
Human Condition.
Oh, that one is written by our keyboard player, Chris. I mean, I didn't write any of these, so I'm just kind of telling you the way I feel it. But that song it's written about emotional reactions to different situations, and people get down and think it's only happening to them. And the song is supposed to say, "Hey, wait a minute, get over it. You're human, and it happens to everybody." And that song has really taken off on internet radio. Michael's been pushing it really good, and it's really taken off. It was kind of a surprise for us. I mean, we were focusing on Hunter's vocal songs, but Chris is singing on this one. And I actually played a little keyboard on there, a little synthesizer, so I was excited. But this one has really done well. Michael's done a good job promoting it.
Well, since we've been playing, you've got 1,374 requests for it, and climbs every day. Believe me, it really does. We get so many requests. It is ridiculous. You guys are going through the roof right now.
That's great. Thank you.
Nick Blue says, bass players unite. I got to agree. By the way, got to give a big shout out to Michael Zdanowitz from Galaxy Class Entertainment, coming out of Orlando, Florida. If you ever need promoting your band, get in touch with Barbara. She'll put you in touch with Michael. Believe me, he does a great job. Just ask Tom. Here we are with Human Condition, right here at Galaxy. How you feeling, bro? You okay?
I'm doing great, buddy.
Nice, nice. I like to throw a bit of humour into these things while we do this, so please bear with me.
I love it.
By the way, next time you do see Mr. Zdanowitz, just remind him he needs a haircut, won't you?
I will.
I've been giving him a hard time about that for, I don't know, since I met him, I think.
Hey, Franco. Hi, Franco.
Franco's with us. Nice
Kerry
to have
Williams.
Franco.
Hey, Tony West.
I want to talk to you about Samantha Martin as well.
Yes, we added, like I say, we use Hunter. I get Hunter for about 12 shows a year because, he plays full-time with another band, but I lock him in the beginning of the year when I start booking. I got him for about 12 shows. And, obviously we're starting to do some all original shows around town with some other bands that do all originals, and we're excited about that. We've done 2 so far. We've got 2 or 3 more booked for this year, but we lost when we lost our other singer last August. We were looking around for singers, and a female singer in another popular local band sent Samantha my way, and she just blew us away at the auditions, and we auditioned her twice because this was a big move for us, going from a male, we've had a male singer for the last 8 years, going to a female singer. And I tell you,
can I just cut in there, please, for a minute, Tom? Yeah. I would rather actually discuss this while we're on air rather than
sure.
Let's everybody hear this. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Rather than just us. But at the same time, I really, really got to thank you for your patience. I really, really do, because
hi,
believe me,
hi, Samantha.
We try our best, and unfortunately, we've had some technical issues over the last number of months. So it gave us a bit of time to be able to play your music and get our audience to be able to understand and like your music and start getting back to us. That's how we structure our shows. I come in about 10:30 at night, and the receptionist has got 3 USBs sitting there for me. One's today's stats, yesterday's stats, one's the emails and everything that I must address and paperwork and stuff, and the other one is requests. How many requests, which gives us, I take that into production, and gives us an idea of who's being asked for what, and that helps us make our morning shows. So, and your name is always there, always.
Oh, thank you. Means a lot.
That's right. Got to turn the mic on, don't I? Yes, I'm always good at that, aren't I? Forgetting to turn the mic on. I'm giving the guys in production a bit of stick. I needed my headphones turned up a little bit more. Thank you. And I do stupid stuff as well, don't I? Now, we're talking to Tom Cook from the band, of course, Sound Theory. And believe me, I think, to be quite honest with you, Galaxy Class Entertainments have landed on their feet with this particular band because it takes me back to the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the days I used to go travelling around with some of the biggest names of the world. Really did. Yeah, really did. And, you know, I just got that feeling about this band. It's nice to be able to play it here at Galaxy. It really, really is. So, Tom, before we get into talking about Samantha Martin, what's your vision for Sound Theory in the near future? Are you going to be doing major shows over the next 10, 20 years?
We hope so. I can go ahead and tell you because Michael and I talked yesterday that we're actually Michael's releasing our newest original tomorrow. It's a great tune. It's another tune that Jeff wrote for Hunter. It's called If You Don't Play the Game. And the hook line is if you don't play the game plays you. So that Michael's releasing that tomorrow. So you'll be getting a copy of that, and we'd be honored if you would play it. But Michael will be sending that out. So that's coming along. Plus, like I say, we're trying to book more and more all original shows. You know, we do a lot of cover shows, which we enjoy. We love entertaining our crowds, but the more original shows, we've got 10 originals now, so we got enough to, you know, do a good kick-ass 45-minute opening set for a national act. So bring them on, baby.
You know, I'm excited in a number of ways. I really, really am. First way is new music coming. Thank you. Please, Michael, send that through to us. We'd be very, very honoured to play that. William Hughes is watching. Very, very cool. Nice to have you on board, William. Now, at the same time, maybe, just maybe, one day we might be able to get you down to the Antipodes, you know what I mean, and playing in front of our audiences down here. So believe me, we'd be very, very interested in that. We're also, I don't know whether Michael's ever told you this, but we're actually moving into India as we speak. Literally, we're doing a number of radio stations throughout different cities in India. I think we've got 10 lined up, which incorporates live shows. We were over there in November, Barbara and myself, hosting a 3-day festival, the IIMF, which is the International Independent Music Festival. And, well, really, it was there not only for us to host, but it was to get their government to get us into the country to be able to discuss running radios and building radio stations, simply because they've been dominated by Bollywood for about 55 years. And the younger generations, especially in places like Bangalore, which is the mecca, it's like Silicon Valley of India. The kids there are wearing jeans and t-shirts, not the saris and the traditional gear that they used to wear, and they're looking for a change in music, and they have been for a number of years. So that's where we lucked out, and they says, listen, we've been listening to your station for number of years. We've been going for about 10 years as Galaxy, and we like your style. We would like you to be able to come over, build these stations, which creates employment, which creates a whole host of other things, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, it's all Galaxy. It's 100% Galaxy style, what we do, and we're very, very proud of what we do, and especially we like to say that we have the best indie artists in the world, and Sound Theory fits right on in there. It really does. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So now I want to talk to you about Samantha Martin. Now this must be rather interesting. Another lead singer, but not a male.
Yeah, we I know you've been hearing Hunter on the originals and Chris, but we lost our regular lead singer last August, and we were auditioning singers, and a female singer in another band here in Orlando sent Samantha our way, and we set her up for an audition. She just blew us away at the first audition, but the guy, we said, this is a big move for us, going from always having a male singer to a female singer, so let's give her a second audition. She came in, blew the second audition away. So she's been with us since late last year. And the cool thing is, it's opened up so many avenues at our cover shows. We're incorporating some female artist songs. I mean, we're doing some Lita Ford, some Hailstorm, some Pretty Reckless. And people are just loving it. I mean, when the first night she stepped on stage with us, you could feel a whole new energy in the band. I mean, she's a great performer, great stage presence, dresses the part, just loves singing, got a great voice. And what I did when we went into the studio to record the new original, she had never been in the studio, zero studio experience. So I told Michael, I said, I want to bring her in just to sing some backup vocals to get her used to working with Dave Michael and, just step-by-step, beginner 101. She came in, she just did great. I mean, it was a learning process, but she sang backup on the new original that we're going to send you. And she did so well that Jeff, our guitar player, says, you know what? I'm going to write an original for her. So probably by midsummer, we're going to go in and record her first original with us. And she's just killing it. We just came off of two great shows, Friday night and last night, and had great crowds both nights. And she's just killing it with us. So thank you for asking. We're so happy to have her on board. Like I say, it was a big move for us, but the feedback from the local music community here in Central Florida has just been phenomenal on her since we've had her. Of course, we've got Hunter for about 12 more shows doing some originals, and she's doing so good that I'm going to bring her on the shows that Hunter sings with us. I'm going to bring her on to sing backup with us on a lot of the originals because she's doing so well.
Well, okay, that sold me. So basically what I'm going to say now, and I'm an opportunist, I hear something in this that I might be able to make out of it. And Tom, next time when you release that track as her lead vocal, how would you like to come back, have another interview, but bring her along as well so that we can have her tell us her version of this?
I love it. Let's do it.
Brilliant.
Let's do it.
I'm going to hold you to that, Tom. I really am, because believe me, I'd be more than honoured to be able to do follow-up interviews with you. I really, really would. But that's with everybody from Galaxy Class Entertainment. It really, really is. Dave Michael, exactly. Glenn Baker, you know what I'm talking about, right? Absolutely. Let's do some follow-ups. Work it out, Mike. Believe me, do that. Having said that, my friend, I believe in love. Don't let my wife hear me say that, but I do. Okay. I think you'd better explain this, because really, if I try and explain it, well, I'm going to get something heavy thrown at me. Tell me all about I Believe in Love.
Well, that's another one that Jeff wrote for Hunter to sing, and the gist I get from the song is the guy in the relationship, he's had every negative thing possibly thrown at him that you'll hear in the lyrics, but every other line is, I believe in love, I believe in love. So it's what happens in a relationship, no matter all the trials and tribulations. If the love's there, it's going to last,
Absolutely. I understand that 100%. And at the same time, my friend, I absolutely love it. But we've only just had it a few days, so we're giving it pretty much, well, you know what? Let's make it a spectacular release right now. Here's Sound 3, I Believe in Love. You're right here at Galaxy. How are you feeling, my friend? You okay?
I'm doing great, buddy. I'm doing great, thank you.
Nice.
Having a great time.
How many countries tuned in?
165.
Nice, that's not bad. 165 countries are tuned in right now.
Wow.
Yep, and
Awesome.
how many cities?
6,312.
Nice. Okay, 6,312 cities around the world are tuned in.
Awesome. I'm taking notes as you go.
Yeah, I kind of figured you might have been. I will give you how many are online when we finish this. No point now because it's still going up. It really does. But I think it'll be a number you'll be pleased with.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Michael, I love it. Maybe Michael can go get a haircut now, right?
Well, maybe just the sandpaper. Yeah, fine grit, don't worry. Yeah. Gosh, dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Hey, Joan.
Renita, Nice. Nice to have you on board.
Yeah.
I love Renita's music
Hi,
as well.
Renita.
Yeah, and hi to Randy as well.
Yeah, don't forget him.
Technology, isn't it wonderful? I mean, one person can be in Canada, one can be in Texas, and you can make music, just like Nick Plews in England, with a friend of ours coming out of Nashville, making music. That's fantastic. I love technology. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you will get a copy of everything we do today, Tom. I promise you that. And
Thank you.
Barbara will put it together and make a movie for you as well. It's all going to go up on YouTube, but you'll get a copy. I usually say to people, show it to people you don't like. No, I'm quite serious. I mean, if you show it to friends and family and everything, they're instantly going to love it, right?
Right.
But if you show it to people they don't like, that puts a bee under their tuchus, and before you know it, they're getting in touch saying, hey, we got a band too. You know what I mean? That's my recommended way of doing that. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Tom Cook from Sound Theory coming out of Florida. Well, which part of Florida is it?
Orlando.
Oh, okay, Orlando. I don't suppose you follow the Blue Jays, do you?
No.
No.
Sorry.
No, okay. What about Tampa Bay Greens?
No.
No?
Sorry.
Okay. Just a couple of teams that I like to follow out of that. I used to stay in Tampa for a while, if you know what I mean. So I used to follow the Tampa Bays. And I think you guys call it football, we call it gridiron. You know what I mean? Whereas what we call...
follow the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I do follow them.
Okay. But believe me, there's a couple of baseball teams out of that way as well that I've followed over the years. And believe me, I'm a big fan of baseball, I've got to be honest. I really am. Love it. In fact, Barbara hates it because I play it so much here. You know, I go and find some of the MLBs and just play off. You know, it doesn't matter that it's, 10 years ago. It's still relevant today. It really is. And there's a number of really, really good players in the market today. There really is. And I just like following it. I've been sort of doing it since Babe Ruth gave the fingers to the other guy, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm that old. So my one of our producers says, Jesus, Grant, you are that old, aren't you? I went, yeah, I am. You know, I was around when Jesus walked the earth. I really, really was, you know. I know the reason why everybody's sitting at one side of the table. I do. I really do. They had to buy two tables to put them all around because they didn't want their faces showing in the other way, you know. Think about it. Jesus at one side, everybody else around. Yep, absolutely. Did you ever see that the painting of Michelangelo of the apostles at the dinner table?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are they all at one side of the table?
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I hope you're not religious, are you?
Oh, I'm cool.
Oh, good, good. Believe me, because I know that Moses was the first internet user in the world. Yeah, remember those days? He used to have to get up somewhere high to be able to, so he climbs the mountain just to get reception, right? And then what happened? He downloaded from the cloud to his tablet, right?
He had access to the cloud earlier than we did, right?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But I've got to let you know, the night of the big meeting, you know, the dinner at the 12 apostles and everything. Right at the end of the night, Jesus turns around to the guys and says, come on, hurry up, drink up, be merry, because for tomorrow Judas is taking me to see 9 Inch Nails. Oh, yeah, sorry. Ah, dear. Yeah, well, you do what you got to do, really, don't you? Which again is a damn good segue into do what you got to do. You better tell me all about this one, because believe me, we've only been playing it for a few days and it's been making a huge mark. So that's why we've left it to last. Is this one? Believe me, don't let the door hit you from behind. That's the one we've been playing the most and getting the most requests for. You're right up there, about 2,700 requests, but for only a couple of days, you're right up to 990 odd requests for it, which is phenomenal. So, why is it so successful? You better tell me about Do What You Got to Do.
Again, that's another one that Jeff, our guitar player, wrote for Hunter, and it's just like a guy is wondering why his lady friend is treating him like she does, and all the positives and negatives going on, and finally he's just telling her, why do you treat me? Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I mean, it's one of these just a catchy feel good songs that Hunter kills on, and just good. Do what you got to do. Treat me like you do, and he's wondering about all these things she's doing, and then he just keeps saying, "Do what you got to do, babe. Do what you got to do, babe." And that's kind of the gist I get from it.
Okay, well, I tell you what, this is a hugely successful track, and I can recommend going out, checking it out, downloading it, and enjoying it. Here it is. Believe me, you'll enjoy it, I promise. Sound Theory, do what you gotta do. Damn, it's hot in here.
It's 30.6 now.
30.6.
Went up to 31.
So put another 10 on that in here.
It went up
and
to
you've got
31.
right. Yeah. Just turn that off.
Hi, John.
John?
Yeah, John Birch.
Oh, okay. Nice to have you on board, John.
If
Welcome.
you've got any new music, please send it to me.
Always new music. We're hungry for
So
new
we can
music.
chat with you again.
Absolutely.
Or anyone that's on.
Gosh.
Oh, I'm in there.
I know you're in there. I see Nut Enough's in there.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Ow.
Our on-air producer had to point out, I'm in there. I know you are. Mm.
The owl was to do with 9 Inch Nails.
With 9 Inch Nails, right?
Yeah.
Ow. Fair enough. Yeah, bad joke. Do you remember William Shatner?
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Yeah, Captain Kirk. Yeah, I see in Canada this morning that on the news he's had to recall his lingerie.
Had to do what now? I'm sorry.
He had to recall his lingerie.
I know.
He's got a lingerie line. He does. He's got a lingerie line. They've taken it off the market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently Shatner Panties isn't a good name.
Oh, he's so naughty, isn't he? Everyone?
I love it. I love it.
I used to be a stand-up
You're going to be
comedian.
here all week, right?
Oh,
You're gonna be here all week.
yeah, well, I might be here all hour anyway. It might survive another hour. Anyway, let's have some fun. We'll wrap it up from here, but believe me, we'll have a little stop afterwards, so don't go anywhere, because there's some pickies and stuff like that we take, okay?
Are we off there right now, Grant?
Okay, cool.
Are we off there?
That's right, you're right here at galaxy107fm, and today we're talking to Tom Cook from Sound Theory. Got to ask you, Tom, how'd you come up with Sound Theory? Where did this name come from?
Well, when we first formed the band back in 2015, we were batting names around, and I think our keyboard player Chris came up with it. If you'll notice, there's a lot of indie artists out there with Theory in their band name. I mean, I see them on a lot of the internet stations we played on, the rankings. I'm sure you see them, but our keyboard player came up with the name Sound Theory, and it just fit. So we stuck with it. We've never had anybody complain about it.
Well, believe me, I
think
love the name.
Sound Theory. There's a scientific thing called sound theory. Being an engineer, you've heard of it.
Yep.
But anyway, we liked it. We stuck with it.
Absolutely, and believe me, there is a sound theory in engineering, much like string theory too, by the way. If you're ever a computer nut, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You need new stuff, Grant. Okay, Mike. All right. Okay, I agree, I do, really. Apparently, Michael Zdanowitz says, maybe I need some new jokes. Well, maybe I do. You never know.
I keep telling you that.
You keep telling me that. Even Barbara tells me I need new jokes. So I'll work on that one over the next few days. Michael Cook from Sound Theory joining us today. Mike, thank you so much.
Tom.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry, I'm reading Michael Zdanowitz here. Tom from Sound Theory, Tom Cook. Thank you so much for joining us today. Will you come back again?
I will come back. Thank you very much. And I told your lovely wife to send me your shirt sizes and your address.
I'm
I'm
not
going to send
his
you guys
wife.
a couple of Sound
I'm
Theory
his wife.
t-shirts, okay?
Absolutely. It's swag. We love swag. We really, really do. I tell you what, make it 3 shirts. I tell you why. Barbara likes a fairly larger size one for wearing around That's scary, don't you think?
That's great.
That's my on-air producer. Yeah, she's the one that makes everything sound good and makes everybody work around here, besides Barbara the boss. But, believe me, there's one that size, which, and then there's me.
Send me the sizes and the addresses, and you got it, my friend.
Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Nick Blue says, have a great day and a safe travels all, coming from Leicester. He's signing off. Catch you later, Nick, and have a great day yourself. Say hi to Sian for me and give her a big kiss and a cuddle, okay, from all of us here at Galaxy. Tom, it has been a pleasure. Please don't go anywhere. We've got a few things that we do afterwards, just to put into the movie as well. So I think you'll find that rather humorous as well. In the meantime, stay safe. See you on Wednesday, and believe me, I'm looking forward to this because Jessica Falk over there in Sweden going to be joining us. It's going to be good to catch up with our very good friend Jessica. Don't forget on Friday, Billy McKnight from Soul Circus Cowboys is joining us, coming out of Florida too, by the way. And then we're heading back to Switzerland to catch up with Tina Graf Labia. Absolutely fantastic. It's an exciting week. Stay with us. In the meantime, have a very happy and successful day. See you tomorrow morning on The Breakfast Show. Until then, I'm out.